It's cold outside. You're bundled up and you have some matches. The only sounds are the wind and the snow crunching beneath your feet. The silence is deafening, and on any other day you would just listen to some music. But this isn't any other day. This is the end. Nature has decided to fight back, and we are not part of its future. Your survival is dependent on your ability to scavenge, forage, and adapt to your new world. This is the Long Dark, and it is not your friend. As per the usual, I am not a reviewer. This is not a game review. I'm just a guy who likes to play games and talk about them, and I think you should play The Long Dark, because it's a good game. So let me tell you about it. The Long Dark is a crafting survival game based in northern Canada after a geomagnetic storm has permanently shut off all electronics and vehicles and caused a huge spike in climate, causing temperatures to drop so heavily that most places up north are inhospitable. For the sake of this video, we'll be talking about survival mode. There is a story mode, but I simply haven't played much of it. Not because it's bad or anything, I simply prefer survival over the story experience. So, what's the goal here? Well, survival. That's it. How long you can survive in this snowed out, frozen tundra. This may at first sound boring, hell, it may even sound pointless, but the experiences you'll have will shape how you see the game. When starting up a save, you're given the choice of where you spawn. Mystery Lake, Mountain Town, Black Rock, Broken Railroad, Desolation Point, Coastal Highway, Pleasant Valley, Timberwolf Mountain, Forlorn Muskeg, Hushed River Valley, Bleak Inlet, and Ash Canyon, with each area having different features and some being more geographically different from others. Personally, I tend to go with Mountain Town, as I don't have much experience with the game, but if you're feeling ballsy, you can choose random spawns. The map feels very well detailed with plenty of things to explore and plenty of sights to see. Factories, churches, a town, remnants of former civilization before the quiet apocalypse. Surviving is difficult, but it's never so unfair that I want to put my controller down. Your life is in your hands from start to finish, and mastering your surroundings will lead to positive outcomes. Protecting yourself from the cold is probably the most important thing to do out in the wild, which is going to require that you bundle up. Multiple shirts, pants, socks, and even hat wear, with each article of clothing helping you more than others. But do be warned, your clothes can break down as they're worn and will eventually fall apart completely, so it's wise to keep a sewing kit and some cloth handy at all times to fix your clothing. Fire is also a good way to keep warm, but you'll need wood and a starter of some kind in order to get it going. After starting it, tending to the fire is just as important, but thankfully you'll never have to walk too far to find something that you can burn. The second most important thing is shelter. There's a multitude of buildings in the Long Dark, some better than others for living. Personally, I look for a house of some sort, somewhere with a bed and a fireplace. That's not exactly uncommon, but knowing what you're looking for does make things easier on your survival. After you have a place to return to and lay your head, food and water is vital. Food can be found everywhere, and water can be boiled from snow into drinkable water. Just be careful, as food can spoil and increase the probability of food poisoning. You can't die from this, but it severely impacts your survivability in other situations. With water, you just need to boil it a second time, as melting snow and drinking that can lead to dysentery, and that is fatal. Your other option is getting it from a toilet or finding bottles around. So, we've found shelter, food, water, warm clothes, and we have a nice stockpile of supplies. What now? Well, we can explore multiple different areas, find places of interest, such as a workbench or something. Surviving is the goal here, and we're gonna run out of food occasionally, or water, or stuff to start a fire with. Understanding your needs and planning for it is key to long survival. Anything else is a detriment to your survival. Map out your surroundings, mark key areas, make multiple areas bases so you can take a load off no matter where you are. There are many ways to accomplish anything that you need. Food? Well, just go hunting. If you need fire, well, just look outside, there's plenty of sticks. Your plans are decided by you. Your survivability is decided by you. Your life is in your hands. It only ends when you decide it does. So then, if there's no end goal and there's no point, why do I love this game so much? Well, that's exactly why. The Long Dark isn't really what I would call a fun game, but it's extremely engaging. I get excited when I find a bag of chips when I'm scavenging. I get happy when the fire I'm trying to make succeeds. I worry when I get hurt. I panic when I hear the sound of a wolf, and any death I have is always my fault. This game has my attention from the beginning to when I save and quit. Exploring this game is harrowing for me. I always worry about what will be out in the wilds. Do I have enough food and water for this journey? What tools should I bring? Are the tools that I'm bringing in condition? Will there be wolves, or worse, a bear? I'm not a veteran at this game, far from it actually, so I struggle a lot. But I find it really endearing and almost necessary for me to learn. It's also a very beautiful game. Sometimes I have to stop and just look around, especially on the mountains, or at night when the aurora borealis is in view. It's always worth the pause for me, regardless of what I'm doing at the time. The sound design in this game is good too. I rarely hear music in this game, just snow crunching under my feet, wind howling against the walls, sometimes actual howling if there's a wolf. It's quiet, it's haunting, and I like it. I don't have any critiques for this game. That's not to say that the game is perfect, far from it, as no game is, but I just can't think of anything wrong with it right now. Maybe when I play more, I'll eventually find some, but this video is being made before then, so I don't have anything. But that's all I have. I know this is going to be much shorter than usual, and I know I haven't told you much about the game at all, but it's on purpose. I never want to tell you more than needed. Too little and you don't care enough. Too much and I'm spoiling everything for you. But honestly, I just needed to talk about it. I love this game a lot, so much so that I put off audio recording and video editing just so I can keep playing the game itself. I love it a lot. Also, this is just to act as a buffer between the Trepang video and the next. I like this game. I suggest buying it if you really like slower paced survival games. Anyway, I hope you all have a good rest of your day, and I'll see you in a stream or the next video. I guess we'll see. Have a good night, everyone.